Guys, here we are with the next part of the Miami Vice Daytona Spyder three-way build-off. We're looking at the Monogram kit now. Alright, first thing we want to look at is the engine. Let's see if we can focus that in there. The engine is it's okay. It's not the most detailed engine assembly ever. Basically just the two halves of the engine and transmission, the heads attached. You can see that all of the major detailing is molded in place. No separate parts. The starter is molded in. The oil pan, oil filter assembly. It's not the most detailed piece, and I think that in order to for it to be an interesting piece to look at, it's all going to come down to the paint work and the detail work on the engine. Here we have the intake, the exhaust manifolds, and it is a Chevy small block V8. Basically, it's a Corvette engine. So as I said before, this kit is somewhat handicapped in this three-way comparison, but we're still going to try our best to see if we can pull it off. Now, the next thing I want to talk about are the seats. This is an old kit made with old tooling. In the 80s, technology was not the best. And as you can see, some of the parts don't exactly fit 100%. The seat backs, the seats are a two-piece assembly with the seat back going onto the front of the seat. Except that when you attach a seat back, you'll find that it overlaps the front of the seat by a few millimeters. Was on each side. You're going to have to do a bit of sanding, filing, a little bit of shaving to get it to sit flush with the seat front, as I did on this side, and I still have to do on this side. And both seats have the same issue. You see there that the seat back is wider on the bottom than the seat is. But with a little bit of work, you can get them to look pretty decent. And in a convertible, it's a little more important because you'll be looking right into the interior. In a coupe, you may not even want to bother because it'll be hidden down by the floor and by the door panels, and looking in through the windows of a 1/25th scale car, you're not going to see as much as you will with the convertible. So if you want to have a good looking seat, you're going to have to do a little bit of extra work to it. Also, the headrests, there was a little bit of flash, and there was a mold line running across them, which gave them a very sharp edge. So a little bit of sanding to clean those up. This one, you can see a little bit of flash there. Let's see if we can focus on that. But overall, put a little more work into it, and these seats actually are not bad. The leather is molded very nicely. You can see the famous pattern in the seats. Not bad at all. I showed before the car that I built well over 20 years ago, and this was the seat as I made it back then. This is where I was talking about. You can see the seam on the seat very clearly once you paint it tan. And you can see where it overlaps the seat bottom. So all of these errors that I left in the original seats will be corrected in this current build. Just as with the wheels, with the extra detailing of the wheels, you can see the difference in the fact that the spokes and all the detail really stands out when applying the Tamiya weathering paint, as opposed to just a stock chrome wheel. Really brings the wheel to life and really adds another dimension to them when you're looking at them. So I think that's going to cover it for now. Just remember, you're going to have to do quite a bit of, with this particular kit, you're going to have to do quite a bit of sanding and seam filling if you want to have a good result with this one. Alright. We're going to see if I can make this thing look good when we get down to painting. Alright, that's it for now, and I'll see you guys on the next one.